How you doing? You bring anything back with you tonight? All right, you have a good day.
What are you guys doing in Mexico?
We came for a dentist appointment.
Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
Since Corona hit, I've seen actually a lot more body carriers bringing drugs across
All right, let's go. Come on.
because we're not letting so much traffic come in.
I got a baby go home too. She's a year old.
She said her baby dad lives over there.
Yeah.
They were only there for an hour and a half.
Right, that doesn't make any sense. 2 females were referred to me in secondary. They were referred because of their story not adding up. Where do you live?
I live in Ohio.
You live in Ohio.
Yeah, but I'm from Indiana.
So what are you doing down here?
Visiting her.
Okay. So you drove all the way down here from Ohio?
That is the
How long of a drive was that?
whole day.
And what are you guys bringing from Mexico to the United States?
Nothing. Ourselves.
Nothing else.
No. Heck no. I don't.
So there's nothing in your bags. There's no drugs on your person or inside of your person.
No.
Neither one of you.
My bad.
Okay, cool.
Lately, there has been a higher rise with people between 20 and 35 smuggling narcotics.
When you guys started going through her bag and everything, they both started whispering, freaking out to each other, and she kept reaching her hand under her, so it's probably in the small of her bag.
COVID has sparked a lot of new trends. People who would never do it are doing it now simply because there's less jobs, so they need the money. We have been getting a lot of internal or hidden on their body.
So how long were you guys in Mexico for?
Not even 2 hours, I don't think. I hope not, because our parking thing.
And you said you were visiting your...
My daughter's dad.
Your daughter's-
got deported, yeah,
oh, okay.
back on like Memorial Weekend. I came to see him for myself. I haven't seen him since. It's been a couple months, I think, last week.
Her baby father lives in Mexico now because he got deported. She only has one other crossing. Normally, most people, if their family gets deported, they go see them every weekend or more often than 4 months ago. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't add up. Where do you live now?
I live in Tucson.
You live in Tucson now. When I was asking them questions, they kept whispering back and forth to each other, switching around in their seats,
Negative.
but they didn't find anything on their bags. At that point, it was requested for a pat down just to make sure they didn't have anything else on their person.
Megan,
What?
we're gonna pat you down. Come on.
Okay.
There's a bunch of packages in here from the Netherlands, so we're looking for narcotics. Anywhere in Europe are pretty good packages to check. So here we have Great Britain. Oh, this looks good. This is a package from the UK. Scanned physically. Okay, you got a package coming from Netherlands. Says it has documents in it. That looks like a CD case, but inside there's no CD. Doesn't look right. So we're gonna take a look at that one. see any documents in here. If you're buying a video game, it's not just gonna be blank like this. And this is puffy. There's red flags all over this. Something interesting. There's a rocky substance. We see a lot of MDMA from the Netherlands. The person has put cards inside thanking them for being a good customer. They're not gonna get this order. Now we're gonna test what we thought was MDMA. Just need a little sample. We don't need much. Positive for MDMA ecstasy. But this is a Schedule 1, so it's going to be seized and it'll be destroyed.
Did I do that every time you come over here?
Every time you cross the border, you are subject to inspection. Some people get more inspection than other people. Sometimes that inspection is just as simple as a primary inspection of, hey, what were you doing in Mexico? Other times when their story isn't adding up or something like that, then they're subject to additional inspection. Sometimes that goes as far as a canine search, a pat-down search, and, you know, that's all within our authorities of working at the borders.
Negative.
No? All right, Ashley.
Every time I come here, it's just gonna happen. If I ever came back.
I couldn't tell you if it would or if it wouldn't. All depends on what's going on and the inspection that the officer's doing. No, we're good. I mean, we did what we can, so I'm good with them. We just have to do our due diligence, and once we have it done, then we have to let them go. You know, there's only so much that we can do here. All right, take your IDs, take your bags. Have a good day.
Thanks.
Yeah.
See you never.
First time in Mexico, not again. I got it.
We do have a lot of unhappy customers, but at the end of the day, everybody understands it's what our job is. This is how we safeguard America.
All right, thanks for everybody coming out today. Greatly appreciate it. We were recently contacted by JFK Airport. They found a parcel labeled to an individual here in the Denver area that contained 123 grams of ecstasy tablets that had the logo Chupa Chupas on them.
About 2014, 2015, they hit the dark market. They're real popular with the party scene, rave scene, specifically in the UK. Instead of MDMA, the key ingredient was PMA, which acts like MDMA, but it's stronger and it takes longer to hit. So that results in a bunch of overdose deaths in the UK.
That, of course, came quickly on our radar here because this amount of tablets coming into Denver could potentially have some horrible effects. So today we are doing a search warrant operation.
The tablets, they're addressed to a mid-20s female, usually PMA. It's related to darknet and cryptocurrency, so we're gonna be looking for drug packaging, paraphernalia, shipping parcels, devices, phones, anything like that. Just gotta be safe today, guys.
We hope to encounter this person at her residence where the package was addressed. Hopefully we get her cooperation and be able to work this case back from Denver to the overseas vendor that's potentially distributing, these types of tablets all over the world. This is one of those cases where we're trying to stop something before it happens. Do we have any intel from surveillance at the residence? If there's any movement?
I haven't heard anything from DPD.
All right, 10-4. We're not sure what it's going to look like once we get inside, so safety is the top priority today.
Current position of in the back alley.
All right, copy that. We're just pulling into the side parking lot. Watch the back door.
Search warrant! Open the door!
I got someone on that side. Female, she's coming. Let's go. Watch the back door.
Search warrant! Open the door!
Got someone on that side. Female, she's coming. Not our target, brown hair. So the team just entered the residence with the search warrant. What we found was a roommate's girlfriend that was home. Our primary target wasn't home. Mind if I just hang out with you right here? Okay. We did find and identify the room that she stays in inside the apartment. We'll start our search and then see if we can find anything. Okay, we're good. The search found some residue, some small baggies of looked like white powdery substance, possibly cocaine, as well as a number of electronic items. Target wasn't at the house. We got some information that she might be at the boyfriend's house. Okay. All right, so let's all go over to the next residence.
We're gonna check this level again, right?
We're the second largest seaport in the country, biggest seaport on the East Coast.
There's two in this row we didn't open. This port has vessels coming from all countries, ships carrying containers with anything from chemicals to scrap metal. You name it, it comes into this port. Right here. We open containers, we're looking for narcotics. We're trying to make sure everything's legitimate.
We have this backscatter X-ray, which when you walk along, you'll get a picture and you can see if something's out of the ordinary.
Wow. Our mission is to keep bad guys and bad things out of the country.
All right, you guys want to start up? All right. There's probably about 3,000 or 4,000 containers discharging off this vessel today. We're doing pop and taps, meaning random inspections. We have limited time before these containers are loaded up on a train or tractor trailer for distribution to the United States. The more we check everything out, the better the chances of us finding some narcotics today. Right here.
There we go. When we opened the container, we verified that the commodity matches the manifest and check for any contraband of any source.
More booze. So this is good. You guys are good with this, right? Okay. Sugar?
This is a probe. What it has divots inside of it. If we happen to break into a kilo of cocaine, there might be some white powder in the actual divot.
That should be all right. There you go. There we go, man.
This shipment here is good to go.
Honey. We had a load in barrels of honey just like this.
There's one barrel we may have to open.
Sounds a little hollow.
There could just be less honey in one of the barrels. It could be narcotics. That's probably the only options.
We're opening the top of this.
There you go. Don't eat that, honey.
Probe came negative. The reason why it sounded a little different was because there was less honey in the container. As you can see, it's very sticky.
Keep moving.
What are we doing in Mexico?
My grandparents.
You try anything?
Nada, mi celular, mis llaves.
Hello. What were you doing in Mexico? You're visiting friends? You say that like you don't know. You don't know what you were doing in Mexico? No? Mira, cámara, quita esa máscara. ¿Y cuánto tiempo estuvo allá en México? ¿Ah? ¿Cuánto tiempo estuvo allá en México? El último vez que cruzaste. El último vez que cruzaste.
So when I was asking her very simple questions that we usually ask, she was avoiding those. And that is very strange.
Agarra sus cosas. Y vamos allá. Ay, 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 ¿cómo ay, ay, ay?
Pues es que no sé por qué.
¿No?
¿Puedo agarrar mi celular?
No, tomen asiento.
Nothing. I checked her bags and there was nothing inside of her bags. However, it's like 100 and some degrees. She's wearing a jacket, she's wearing leggings, so there's possibly something on her.
¿Por qué trae chamarra? Es caliente, ¿no?
With the body carriers that I have encountered, they usually are not involved with the cartel initially, but they are in like a struggling spot.
¿No trae algo con usted? Sí, en sus bolsillos, adentro. Estoy preguntando, ¿sí o no? No trae medicamentos, no trae drogas, no trae nada. Ok, so vamos a revisar a usted.
You follow us. We're gonna go that way. Because we're gonna search you, like we said. Another red flag is when people object to a pat-down, which she did. We do need to have supervisor approval. So once we get approval, they can't necessarily deny that pat-down. So from there, we would take that step further.
Easy up, Scuba.
Copo, is the supervisor in there?
De nada.
So, no trae nada.
You not having a jacket, we need to search. Right?
Nomás lo traigo porque sí, o sea. Te dije.
Y ahorita, sí. Me dijiste revísame, te pregunté, ¿ok? Y ya.
Are you understanding me? This border, there's a lot of smuggling that goes on through here. You know, we can't tell just by you telling us, right? We have to do the search. And everybody is subject to search. All right?
Usually everyone's pretty compliant just because they don't have anything, they don't have anything. All right. No, we're gonna go over here. Yep. There's possibly something on her. That's why she's acting so suspicious, so nervous. So that's where I took that a step further. Nothing. So she didn't have anything. I really thought she did.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. She had the behaviors of somebody that actually had something, like the whole, I don't have anything, or why are you doing this? And then she started crying. She made it very difficult to where it's like, it made it seem like she had something. So like, she just followed our whole, like what we're looking for. Was that an adventure or not?
Her behavior was just.
Her behavior was horrible.
Today we were out on a target that was attempting to receive ecstasy. If these tablets are tied to overdose deaths, you know, in the UK, we certainly don't want that, that chemical, those tablets here in our community. Our target hadn't been at the house for maybe 2-3 days. She does have a boyfriend that lives about a mile from there. So we're going down to the boyfriend's house to knock and see if our target may be there, and we'll see what happens. So we can go see if anyone answers the door.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, maybe so. There, I could also the visa too. No, she's not. She's working right now. No, she's out with friends right now. Out with friends? Yeah. Know where we can find her by chance? Is she okay? Yeah, she's fine.
Our primary target wasn't here. Although we did a brief interview with the boyfriend of the target. He says that he has no knowledge of her into that, buying any ecstasy, although he recalls about a month ago someone asking her to use the address. In a lot of these cases, what we see is people using other individuals' addresses to distance themselves from the criminal activity. So we're headed to review that electronic evidence from, the search warrants to determine who is the end person in this chain that actually ordered this package.
Looks like bags of chia seeds. Just seeing if there's any impossible bricks hidden inside of them. Currently, there's nothing in them.
We'll take a look inside. So we have a container here of about 1,300 kilos, I believe, of tea manifested in there. All right. Up, heads out. All right. No, it looks just like bags, huh?
This looks like rolls of burlap or something.
Yeah, you can smell like from here. All right. Doesn't smell good. Good. We really can't get into that whole container. It's too much stuff in there. If anything, it'll be in the back, I guess. So we'll seal it up. We'll get it out to the warehouse. There we go, Mike. See, we didn't see any tea, so at all. So it's in the back somewhere. So we'll get it to the warehouse, we'll check it out, we'll have everything taken out, and that's where we'll get a better look at it. All right, we'll see. You got a knife I could borrow? I got no blade in here. Get out. It does look like a tea, but it doesn't smell very good.
Get out.
It does look like a tea, but it doesn't smell very good.
Okay.
It does smell like cat. Cot leaves contain amphetamines and are illegal in the United States and most European countries. However, in the Middle East and the Horn of Africa, there are no restrictions on its use or distribution. And in Israel, cot has become a party drug. They usually go to areas that have large Muslim populations. The Muslim people use this not only for its hallucinogenic properties, but also as an appetite suppressant. There are certain times of the year when they have to fast.
Should be good with this one. This is a consolidated shipment, which means you have 2 shipments in one container. We have all the pallets are labeled, which one belongs to which.
First one, how many pallets? Let's make sure it matches up with the paperwork. It has the same shipper. One is going to Boulder, Colorado. The other shipment is going somewhere in New Jersey. So they're going to take samples from different parts of the container, and we're going to take all those samples to the CBP laboratory and let the chemists, the scientists let us know if it does have the alkaloids to prove that it is narcotics.
How's everything going?
Good, good.
You getting anywhere with any of the electronics?
Yeah, I finished the extraction on her iPhone.
What'd you find?
Here's the report. Let me show you. So we had a search warrant on our initial target's phone. We imaged it. We're able to pull a logical extraction, which is the files, the chats. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff between her and her boyfriend about, you know, his roommate being involved. We have iMessages and texts between her and her boyfriend's roommate.
So really, we're talking about another individual.
Yeah, here's the first conversation with her boyfriend's roommate. And she's asking for some stuff, some Molly.
She's asking, do you have Molly?
Yeah, I mean, and he says I have lots of it. But then it gets pretty quickly into him asking her about a package, talking about the package coming. He sends the tracking number, receipt.
So he's ordering it, he's tracking it, and then he's telling her
when it's coming.
It's looking then like the roommate of the boyfriend had something to do with it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
We have a new target, which is the roommate of the boyfriend. Based on the chats, it's clear that he was communicating with the first female target to receive the parcels.
They never really talk about it again. I think that's because of the interception, because we have it.
All right, so clearly there's a pattern of her receiving packages for him.
Yeah, she seems to be unwitting as to the contents. She's just a drop for him.
What we're kind of seeing here today is an individual taking advantage of someone else for the receipt of, controlled substances so they can get in trouble. Well, we need to talk to this fella.
Oh, yeah.
With an eye looking towards a potential search warrant.
We'll go interview him.
You guys ready? Yeah? Let's do it. How do you know each other? What were you guys doing in Mexico?
We went to the bank.
Yeah, take care.
Did you put your backpack right here? What are you bringing back with you? How long were you there in Mexico?
I think the fact that a lot of people are unemployed, depressed from the pandemic, is increasing the demand for narcotics.
Good boy. Yeah, good boys.
So we are definitely on high alert here in the pedestrian area.
I'm gonna search you with my dog.
We're gonna run a lot more operations with canines, trying to find those drug loads coming on people or in people.
I don't see anything.
Follow me this way.
The trends are for sure picking up. We had a body carrier come through our pedestrian port earlier, internally carrying what we suspect to be narcotics.
We're going to be testing it to see what it is.
This subject here was referred by the primary officer. She basically said that they had a short trip all the way from Washington down to Nogales for one day, which for us that doesn't make sense. During our inspection, we found that she was internal care for some type of pills. We're going to be testing it here today. He's testing positive for fentanyl.
So let's put this on the scale and see how much we have.
231.2 grams.
That's a pretty good seizure for pure fentanyl.
Each of those pills are very, very, very dangerous. Anytime we find a load like this, it's a great day.
Can I get a canine in 10 seconds?
But it reminds us to stay vigilant.
Go into the left right here. Dog's gonna search you, okay?
The cartels use any means necessary to get their drugs to the borders.
Do not move.
Anybody could be smuggling narcotics, so we have to keep looking.
Canine's alerted.
Pat her down.
He's on her left side. Do not move, okay?
Do you have anything on you now? Tell me now. I'm gonna have to do a pat down. We're gonna find everything. No? Okay, my dog alerted to you, so just stand by. We're gonna do a pat down on you.
The breed, the Belgian Malinois, is just phenomenal. Their nose is so much more stronger than what we pick up on. All they know is work, work, work. To this one right here? Negative. You smoke marijuana? Okay, Bill, you do. She said she smokes, so that might be it.
Sometimes if they smoke weed or something like that, there's still residual odor, and it gets stuck to their clothes.
Thanks everyone for coming out today. This is a continuation of the search warrant. She was receiving pills, which was involved with some overdose deaths. over in the United Kingdom, which made this a huge public safety issue for us here in Denver to try to figure out where these are coming from. Found a lot of great digital evidence that's led us to the house that we're going to today.
So we have a warrant today. The target, he's the roommate of the boyfriend of our previous target. We're gonna see if he'll talk to us, but we're definitely there looking for electronics or anything like that. So everyone be safe. You guys know what to do.
Ryder Aaron, radio check.
Fine, clear. We're gonna start creeping.
What's particularly important about this case, again, is the potential for these pills to cause overdose deaths here in our community. So we're out more in our public safety and investigatory role to try and stop the flow of these counterfeit type tablets getting into the community. We'll go to the door, knock and announce, police with a search warrant. We'll wait to give a chance for the residents to come down and open the door. And then if that does not happen, we will access the residents the best way we can.
Is this all in the front? All right, so let's make sure we separate the two of them. Today we're going to be processing 2 seizures of khat. We had to send it to the lab for the laboratory to tell us that it does have the hallucinogenic properties, and the lab analyzed this and told us it is dried khat. It's a significant amount of khat that's come into the country.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. Or maybe you put this on top of one of the other ones over there. Yeah. So right now they're unloading the container, pallet by pallet, taking it over to our pallet jack that also gives us a weight.
So kilos 429.5, 946 pounds.
All right, that's that one.
Hey, Pop, can you separate these?
So is this the second seizure now?
This is going to be the second one.
Okay.
It was a consolidated load, which came out to a total of almost 7,000 kilos.
It's just something that started recently. That was our 3rd significant seizure. And again, that's all in the last few months. It usually comes in smaller amounts, express consignment through the airport, 15,000 pounds. So pretty significant as far as I'm concerned.
Get a couple more.
That's what they said from the next one.
Next up.
In secondary right now, we have a gentleman who came down here at 4 a.m. to look for a dentist.
Right in the middle, have a seat, okay?
The dentists here are open later, but they're not open that late. So the story just didn't make sense to the primary officer.
Do you have anything on your person? No? Dogs on the search, okay? Arms straight up. All right.
What is it?
Do not move. Canine's alerted. All right. Canine's alerted.
You check her.
Fentanyl.
He went into secondary. They asked him if he had anything on him. He said no. The dog alerted to his groin area, and he immediately said yes, that he has some fentanyl pills down there.
Good boy. Good boy.
He had about 176 grams of fentanyl pills inside of him that were double wrapped with condoms. That's a lot of pills to be inside somebody. And we would be like, perfect. So we seize the drugs, and he'll be sent to the local authorities where they will continue on with the prosecution.
You want to escort him with me? You and I'll escort him. We're gonna take him to the head house. Go to my office.
Hey, go ahead.
Mark him?
Yep. Be careful, don't overstep, you'll fall.
Yeah. Take little tiny baby steps.
Another rock star, Dave.
Good boy. Yeah, good boys. Yes, good boy. I think the dog is probably one of the best tools to have, honestly. Good boy. They always seem to just amaze you, you know?
Go ahead and knock before we hit.
Give me some good ones.
Police, got a search warrant. Open the door. Police, the search warrant. Coming in.
After we made entry into the residence, we found a target of the investigation. The agents are talking to the individual who we believe is the actual recipient of this package or who ordered the package online. And one more thing for the search warrant is written in there for biometrics. So we got to see your finger. A portion of the warrant talks about biometrics and using face or fingerprint to open up a phone. We're just completing that step right now.
I'm not asking for your permission. It's like
In the court, you are required to do this.
He's very confident, almost cocky in some sense. He does kind of know, obviously, why we are here.
They're nuts this year. It's been absolutely nuts.
Yeah, I was gonna say, especially, I was wondering if you saw more with
the
COVID.
Stay-at-home orders.
Yeah. People looking for stress relief and everything. We found numerous electronic items in the house that we're going to be taken back to our forensic lab to be analyzed.
Our next steps are to conduct forensic analysis, see if we can't determine where this packages came from, the source of the drugs, the overseas vendor on the dark web. This is definitely the key to it.
What's important about this particular case is to try and stop, the flow of these tablets and potentially, causing injury and or death to people in the community that may find themselves taking them. Okay, great. Today we did exactly that, and I consider what we've accomplished a true success.